Hello, this is my 2017 Hagane Blue Infiniti Q60. It's a Lux, I believe it said on the paper. The owner before me had put on Akabonos, which is the big brake kit. They also painted it Nardo gray, which complements the car because it's like a dark color steel, like a blue steel, like it has like a blue pearl to it, but it looks more like it's a steel color, like a gray or silver. Like everybody that always sees me or sees the car, they always tell me, "Oh, your car is great. Your car is a different color," but it's actually just let me go closer. It's actually just blue. I don't know if this camera's getting it, but it's really just blue. Also, some topics I'd like to talk about. Number one, I'll talk about the good things about my car and the modifications. Let's start talking about the modifications. So I added the fast intention 2.5-inch lower downpipes to eBay Y pipe, which came off of a G37, but it has a, what is it? You know how it has the resonator thing, the flex pipe. It has a flex pipe delete because it's straight piped what a flex pipe would be. And after the eBay Y pipe, there's an ISR single exit 370Z catback that got extended. So I'm one of the main people in New York that are running a single exit. So a lot of people don't like what I did for that, but I don't care because the car I had previously had that same exhaust. So I just decided to throw it on this one. Another thing I would like to state is for these wheels to fit the big brake kit, I noticed that the owner previously, before me, put on spacers to be able to fit the calipers, because I noticed that I don't believe the calipers would fit without the spacers. It would fit too close to the doors. I don't know really why they put the spacers, but they did that. Also, I like to talk about my carbon fiber pieces. I got this from I think Amazon or eBay. I paid like around $100 for it. I'm not paying $500 for a carbon fiber grill, especially this thing. I mean, that was like $100. Then this mirror cap, like the M-style mirror cap, was like what is it, $30 off eBay? Around $30 to $40 off eBay. I'm not paying $300 from South Bay or Jalisco, whatever, for carbon fiber pieces, unless they're like really like hard to get type pieces. And that's about it for like the exterior modifications. I had a spoiler. I'm gonna upgrade to an M-style spoiler, and I'm gonna get it off eBay. I'm not getting it off anybody because they be ridiculous with the prices. I understand they're running a business, but look, if I could get a better price off somewhere else, I'm just gonna have to do it. Some things I gotta say about this car though, it handles alright, really good in straight lines, but I noticed with these Pirelli P0 run flats, it's absolutely doozy, because I had Continentals before on another car, and they were absolutely beautiful on the G series. Maybe it's because this electric steering and these tires, it just doesn't flow well. It adds like a weird like ghost steer type feeling. Like say you're doing a really hard corner, it feels like the steering just disappears out of nowhere. That's how I would say it. The turbos are really good. I like the turbos on this. I heard they're small, but from a big, like a stoplight, red light, they really take off. That's all I can say. They really take off. The exhaust sounds okay-ish. I had a open Y pipe for a little while because I had my exhaust kind of broke, but it sounded absolutely terrible. That's all I can say. I'm never running open Y pipe, whatever, again, because it sounds terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like if you heard a VQ with an open dump, this is worse, like way worse. You need a proper catback system for this, like a good resonator, literally a good resonator for this type of car to sound good. The ISR from the 370Z that I have, it has a 14-inch bottleneck resonator, so it's not a complete straight pipe. But I plan on tuning it, running 3-inch fully gutted downpipes from AMS, and the race heat exchanger I gotta upgrade to. I'm still running on the stock heat exchanger, but I'm running thicker oil. I'm actually running 5W30. A lot of people use 0W20. I'm not using that because it tends to thin out more than 5W30. Like if you understand viscosity levels, 0W20 I would say is more like water and thinner compared to 5W30 or 5W40. 5W30 is allowed to be used. It says on the manufacturer booklet that they give you. But they also upgraded the dipstick, which I think for the all-wheel drive I had to fill up 6 quarts. For the rear-wheel drive I believe it's 5.8. Don't quote me on that, but I just know for all-wheel drive it's 6 quarts to be exact. I'm not gonna get blow-off valves because my tuner that I'm gonna get tuned by, Sonic Tune, and all the other tuners are basically complaining about how people install them incorrectly, and it's running the air-fuel ratio like all over the place, which is bad if the tuners have a hard time tuning your car. I'm gonna possibly lower it, add some either white wheels or like satin, something that can complement it, like black. I don't know yet, but let's talk about some things I do not like about this thing. I talked about a lot of the stuff I do like, so let's go into what I don't like. Number one, it doesn't come with a spare tire, but I added a G37 Sport tire in this. You cannot use any other tire, spare tire, because if you have big brake kit, it will not fit. If you don't have big brake kit, you could possibly use like the regular G37 spare. Yeah, let's keep this here on because it keeps my mats clean. I'm gonna upgrade the tail lights. It's gonna be black housing, not tinted, but it's gonna be like the overlay, like the dark cherry is gonna be completely black, but you're still gonna see the red here, like it's gonna be cut out. And then the M style spoiler, carbon fiber. Gonna black out this panel right here. What else am I gonna do? Carbon on the sides would go well, and a front lip. That's really it. For the interior, some things I do not like is the map lights. That's the number one thing I'm gonna say I do not like. Honestly, for the coupe, you cannot see absolutely anything besides the floor. Not the floor, your legs, your hands, and the steering wheel. Also with the seat, all you can see if you're a passenger is your hands in the seat. I do not like the dome lights, but let's keep that on for a second. This car doesn't come with the paddle shifters because it's the Lux edition, but you can still use a Tiptronic. The paddle shifters that come in the Q60 are gonna be installed onto the steering wheel, not onto the back cluster here. I'm possibly gonna get the G37 and Q50 paddles because I kind of like them more. I want them to be like already fixed onto something. I don't want to turn my wheel like all the time. Another thing, so you see these back seats. So basically, you cannot get through your trunk through the inside of your car without pressing this button, the trunk release button. So basically, the back seat of your car does not does not fold down like the G37 and G35, where you can put your hand in the middle and then pull like a lever thing to fold this down. That's a bummer. So say if you have your jumper cables in the trunk, you're screwed, because literally you cannot open the trunk without you can't open the trunk with a key. You can't open the trunk with that button if your car is dead. I had the situation, that's why I'm pretty much telling you that. I had to literally go through the trunk of my G series because the battery was dead, whatever, alternate was dead, to get the jumper cables. And that's pretty much it. I really am missing this button right here that came on the G and the G35 that was able to push the seat forward and back. Also, I'm missing there was a handle here that I really miss. And what else can I say? That's pretty much it. But this thing I really gotta upgrade to, because you cannot take these lights out and make them even brighter. You have to like do a whole modification for this. That's alright. The screen is okay. It's just really outdated. I had a Tesla screen, but the Tesla screen was too buggy, so I decided to get rid of it. Well, I'm still trying on the process to get rid of it. I'm working out through the return right now. This is Q50, what a mess. All right, so I'm still working out through the process of the Tesla screen return from I got it from Phoenix Automotive. It just wasn't fitting correctly. I installed all the wiring correctly. The aux was not working. I had a technician talk to me for like 4 hours and it still wasn't working out, so we kind of just gave up. But they're really pushing it on doing an exchange. But me, I installed the Tesla screen like 5 times already. Like, I know how to do it without watching a video. I can do it for other people without watching a video because I did it so many times. They had me take it out, put it in, take it out, put the old one in, put the old one out, put the new one in. It just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I got to get rid of this thing. I'm just going to go back to stock and leave it like that because it's too much. Like, yo, it becomes too much at a point. But yeah, that's all I got to say for this commentary. I like this car. I wish I could upgrade the handling, and that's pretty much it. This nigga's doing laps. This guy's back. I don't know what he's doing though. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. If you have any questions or anything, hit me up.